Lo and behold, my Moldavite experience. This is the video that, if you know something about Moldavite, you have all been waiting for. That's for me to share my Moldavite experience. Obviously, you have not been expecting this. So there is a whole Moldavite hype community around this particular crystal. What's the fuss? What's with the Moldavite? So that is actually glass, green glass. It's a green glass. It's a 50-60 billion years old green glass. That it was actually a meteorite that clashed into the earth, created this beautiful beauty, and when the lava creates lava, and then it rock molds and then quickly cools down, and that's what you have. Has just beautiful elongated bubbles, and it's green, this olive green, dark olive green. Not mined anymore, if I'm not mistaken. The meteorite fell in Czech Republic, and they stopped mining it because that's the only place in the world where it fell, and that's why there are so many fakes around the market. So if you want a good place to buy Moldavite, I have two links for you. One is the goddess. I'm going to put the link down below, and the second is Mark Bajersky, whom I also love. I got to know him through the Moldavite videos, and at first I thought it was like, he's so optimistic. How can a person be so optimistic? But he's really a very, very strong person. He's been a healer for 12 years, an energetic healer, and now he's turned to teaching, and he makes Moldavite. He also, both of these channels do giveaways of Moldavite. So if you don't have money to buy this, and it can be the case that you don't have money to buy this. So check out Mark Bajersky's channel, and you might win a giveaway of this crystal. But before you do, what's the hype? So this is a transformational crystal, a very quick transformation crystal. It's very powerful. And if you have a blocking to the energy of this crystal, like any crystal, you won't feel a thing. What can you expect when you hold it? There is the Moldavite flush that you hold it in your hand, you feel heat, it raises your heartbeat quite immediately, and you may feel it's too intense for you. So you're going to work with it, put it down, work with it, put it down. It's a very amplifying stone, so it's going to bring up all that you have ever had within you, sometimes at once, to transform and deal with. Practically, how does that work? So I've heard about Moldavite in one of the crystal community posts, that someone was like, I finally had my Moldavite. And I was curious, and then I checked out some information about it, and it was this cautionary, not fit for everyone. It's important to be in good health, good physical health when you use it, because it's a very amplifying stone, and it's a very high frequency stone. It brings the energies of aliens. You might see aliens or other entities if you have this stone. And but it's very transformational, heart chakra stone. And when I hear the word transformation, something comes out of me. That's my guilty pleasure. It's quick transformation, stormy person. So I was curious, and I was afraid. And then there was a Mercury retrograde, and it's usually not so good to work with high frequency stones in Mercury retrograde, because it's difficult to make sense of so much data. Mercury is about channeling the personal planet, of channeling in data, in thought. So when thought is unclear and communication is unclear, you don't want to do channeling so much. Like that. And I went to, you know, I thought, how much does it cost? And it was pretty costly. And I thought, oh gosh, that's way too much. And I thought maybe I'd go to a shop and hold it in my hand. And I think I tried it. I don't know if they even had the Moldavite, so I didn't even got to hold it, I think. I'm not sure. Then I let this thing go. I thought to myself, okay, this will get to me when... And you know, I got the calling to work with the Moldavite on a Mercury retrograde. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm going to listen to that calling. So I just let it go. And I thought, this is way too costly. I need to, you know, double check on my callings. I did not do channeling back then. So, not consciously. We all do channeling. So I went to a crystal shop on a completely different occasion and bought some crystals. And then there was this like green alien stones on the shelf, and I was like, "What's that?" And they said, "This is Moldavite. We have a new arrival of them from someone who mined them in Czech Republic, and they cost half the price of the usual one." And that was like the end of the month. I didn't know if I have credit, and I was like, "You know what? Try." I picked this beauty. I said, "I'm afraid of it, but I want to try it." And I picked this beauty, and I didn't know if I have enough credit to buy it. And we sort of weighted it, and he passed the credit card, and it was this moment of Judgment Day, and he passed. And I'm like, I'm taking it. Of course, I'm taking it. I already paid for it. Then I went out of the shop, and I held it in my hand, and wow, things from 12 years ago came up. At once, just walking by in Tel Aviv, back to the train from the store, and all these things coming up. It reminded me a bit of the narcissistic energy, of Uranian energy, of transformational energy. But I thought, let's keep it. Let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up and released. And I had on and off times with it. Then, as I was working on, manifestation and my love grid, I got a sort of an entity that seemed like the shades of like a green alien, but I didn't see its face. I was afraid to look at it, and it told me, look for the mirror of your health. It was in Hebrew, the mirror of your health, and